some vodka. Homeboy. What if I'm gonna start an episode like that? What's going on, homeboy? I don't know if I could do that for a whole second. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny, man. What's going on, y'all? People trickle in as they come in. It's episode 8 of the Liquid Courage podcast. If y'all don't know, it's your homeboy, Hodge. It's Hodge. The creator, the founder, the co-host, the regular host, the editor, the thumbnail design. Well, I don't do thumbnails like that, but I do some of my other videos, and that's not these. I don't care. But all of that, everybody, I'm on the ones and twos. It's your boy Hodge. I hope y'all doing good today. It's episode 8. Damn, we on episode 8. That means we 8 weeks in. We are 8 weeks into podcasting, man. That's dope. That's a W. How y'all feeling today? I know it's a little later than usual, but that's okay. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope y'all liquid been encouraging. I hope y'all courage been liquiding. All that good stuff, man. If you're new to the channel, if you start rolling on up into the channel, make sure y'all like. If you're on YouTube, make sure y'all like the podcast, like the live, share the live, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you are whammy, which means you already subscribed and you already doing what you got to do, I appreciate you because look, the YouTube been booming. I'm trying to think. Is there something else that I need to say? Oh, Kick. To my Kick whammies. If you are whammy on Kick, I appreciate you. Shout out to DNT. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just say a massive, huge shout out to anybody who's been supporting me. I've been in a great content creating space. I'm really happy about where my content's at right now. I'm really happy about where it's going. I'm happy about what we gonna do. Like I said, man, this is a single shot right here, a little bit more than a single. If y'all give me the 500 subscribers on YouTube, we will do a double live on stream with on the pot right before the podcast, and I'll let y'all even pick. I'll let y'all even pick the liquor of choice. I'm not even gonna lie. We're actually getting really close to that. I've seen like some pretty decent growth, like randomly in the last um week, which is good, right? Which is good for me. So I want to keep it going. I think the pocket that we in for this podcast, I really think we got a gym. So we're gonna keep it going. But before we get into it, we gotta make sure, like I said, that the courage is liquiding and the liquid is couraging. Woo. Yeah. I don't know why that one hit. That one hit good though, but that's okay. Oh man, before we get into it, by the time this will get out, before the time, happy St. Patrick's Day, man. Happy early St. Patrick's Day. To anybody whose birthday is coming up, man. Happy birthday, happy early, happy belated, all that good stuff, man. Shout out to y'all for sure. Speaking of birthday presents, let's talk about the Eagles free agency. Let's go, man. Y'all already know. I haven't talked about the Eagles in a couple weeks, so I'm actually excited to talk about the Eagles. We really won't talk about them that much in the off season, but I think now is the time to talk about them. The biggest acquisition, we got Saquon Barkley. That's a W. I was actually excited about that. Um, we paid him a little bit of cheese. We paid him some money, yeah, but shout out to him. Shout out to Saquon. Um, we also got a few. We got the dude Huff from the Jets. We also got CJ Gardner Johnson back, which that's good for us. Lock in, gang. It's time to lock back in, gang. Um, Let me think about another one that we got. We got White. I can't think of his name, his first name, but White from the he used to play for the Buccaneers, bro. He's a beast. So I'm happy about him. They said he's trash. They said he's washed. I don't think so. I don't think he's washed. We'll see though. We'll see though. Yeah. I'm hyped. Scale on a scale 1 to 10, how well the Eagles did. 9. Is that Philly bias? I'm not from Philly. Is that Philly bias? Is that team bias? That I think my team did a 9 out of 10 in free agency. The only thing that we probably could have done better was get a hmm maybe like an offensive lineman. I don't know. Maybe another corner. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We could have did better. I don't know. Oh, if we would have gave Devontae Smith an extension, that would have made it 10 out of 10. Because they're not gonna like, all right, we good for the next couple years. We're gonna lock in. But it's all good, you know. We back on the Super Bowl train. Now I'm about to be back on my Super Bowl shit. We're gonna be talking about the Super Bowl again with the Eagles. But that's all good. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Moving on. Ding ding ding. Justin Fields finally got traded. If y'all know, in the last episode of the podcast, I talked about Justin Fields getting traded and them trading the number one pick back to not get Caleb Williams. It seems like Bear fans, for the most part, at least on my Twitter, I see that the Bears fans are sold on Caleb Williams. I am not sold on him still, but whatever, it's whatever. Uh, I still feel like they should trade the number one pick, but at least half of what I said is came to fruition. They traded him to the Steelers for a bag of chips. They traded Justin Fields to the Steelers for a bag of chips, um, a pack of now laters, and some dum dum suckers. Yo, they just gave away. Say here, we just don't want them anymore. I think that part of the reason why they made that, they say that there wasn't much of a market for Justin Fields. I think they just waited too long to trade him. Um, they claim that Atlanta didn't want him. I don't know if that's true. I think their asking price was way too high. They probably wanted 2 1s and all this other. I think if they would have said, "Hey, we'll take Justin Fields for a 2 or 3," he would have been gone already. I don't know why the Raiders didn't go after him. Maybe they see a quarterback that they're like, "Nah, we really like him over Justin Fields." I don't know about that, but um, that's what. Hold on, y'all. I just met a Jewish who has a fetish. Oh, okay. Shout out to you, bro. I ain't even gonna like shout out to you. I'm not even gonna read that one out loud, and we not even gonna even deal with that. Shout out to you. If that's what you went to, shout out to you. Um, but yeah, man, like this how I feel about it for the Steelers. Like, I get it. They're gonna keep Justin Fields for they're gonna keep Justin Fields for as long as they keep him. And I think the goal is that Russell Wilson gets 1 year. Justin Fields, he'll sit behind Russell Wilson. They'll see how it goes. Justin Fields will become the quarterback of the Steelers for the future. So I think that's a win for the Steelers, obviously, right? They switched out Kenny Pickett and they ended up getting Russell Wilson, who I'm not a huge fan of, but he's better than Kenny Pickett. And they got Justin Fields. So shout out to them and all of that. That's a W for sure. My bad. That just threw me off. That just threw off the whole flow. So if YouTube, I'm glad y'all ain't. Yeah, that's some of these people. The hitters on kick, they be hitting for a different type of timing. Shout out to you. I'm suspended. Shout out to you. Are you suspended from your main account or your other account? Anyway, I guess we can transition into esports, right? We go sports then esports, right? Is esports still like a major thing? Like, obviously I know it is, right? But I feel like a few years ago esports was at a point where um people were hype about esports and they enjoyed it, and there was a lot of money in esports. I know, like, when the Fortnite boom, and then it was kind of a lull, then the Apex boom, and then and Call of Duty always has it, right? But as a whole. Like I just feel like a couple years ago the esports scene was like lit, like the esports scene was busting, but now it's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm a pro gamer, whatever, and just kind of leave it at that, which is just mm, appreciate you. I thank you. I will definitely have a great stream. Appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up. Uh, I mean, like esports is like not. I don't know. Like I feel like there was a time when people be like, "Oh my god, I want to be a professional sports game. Like I want to be professionally playing video games." And right now, I don't feel like that's the case. Is it because there's no money into it? Which I think that is because there's no money in esports right now. I think a lot of these orgs are letting people go. They're shutting down, et cetera, et cetera. I could be real. I'm not gonna lie. Like if we sorry, y'all. I'm getting so distracted. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. If here's a way to bring back esports and make it popping again. Look, this is just my opinion. It's not 100% set in stone, but I'm gonna just say this: bring parlays, gambling bets. Just bring it into esports. And here's why I say this. Right? There's not a lot of rigging you can do in esports. I'm gonna be honest. And it doesn't matter anyway because professional sports have it. So if you want esports to mimic professional sports, at least like the NBA, they have it. You could go on an NBA TV app and sign up for a parlay. Like literally in the app, in the NBA the official NBA app to watch NBA games on, you could sign for a parlay. So why can't you do that in esports, right? To me, that's how I feel. Like it's a no-brainer for me. If I just imagine the amount of people who will literally just start watching esports literally just because they can bet. That's the truth. As long as people can bet, they'll bet on whatever it is, right? If you put when there's like a lull in sports, like right now between the Super Bowl and the NBA playoffs, like there's like nothing going on for the most part, unless you watch like other sports that I don't watch. But for most people, there's is kind of dead in the professional sports world, right? But if I bet that if they put all of the popping esports circuits like right now, and then probably in that July August range, like right before the NFL kicks back up, bro. You want to know like there'll be so many people who bet on those games, just betting on people playing. And there'll just be a lot of people, there'll be a lot of exposure, like winning matches. You got especially like fighting games, because you can't really unless someone blatantly just throws the game, which people are too competitive for that, to just throw a game and they'll get exposed and blackballed out of the community, honestly, if you get caught throwing games. But I think that just throw it. Like if I could get on prize picks or uh s- any one of these gambling apps and just go on and set up a parlay for an esports match, for whether that's from Apex to fighting games to racing games, anything like anything of the sort, I think that they should take a stab at. I mean, at this point, like I personally don't gamble, but uh what's stopping you? What's stopping anybody at this point? Everybody's gambling on anything anyway. It'll bring some eyes, it'll bring some attention. It'll infuse some money back into the esports community, where right now we're at a time where people are saying there's no money in esports, right? If there's no money, why don't you just put gambling in it? That's an easy way to get money into it. These That's just how I feel about it. What's going on, Zerker? My guy, my boy. Hmm. I'm not locked today, y'all. It's okay though. We good. We good. We good. We gonna lock. We gonna lock in. We gonna lock in. We gonna lock in. The kick chat is distracting me. I might just put this right over the kick chat. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas trolling. Moving on to the next topic of the day. Kick speak. You know what? That's a perfect timing. That's a perfect timing. I was just talking about the kick chat trolling. Let's just talk about kick in general. Let's just go there, right? Because I stream on Kick. I stream, as y'all know, I'm streaming on Kick and I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. I stopped streaming on Twitch a while ago. And the reason why I stopped streaming on Twitch is one, it's oversaturated as hell. Like there's just so many people on there. So there's not much room for exposure. Two, um, I just don't like the direction that Twitch is going as a whole. I'm just not a fan in general. Which is okay because some people don't like the way that Kick is going. YouTube still needs a little bit more polishing as far as when it comes to the streaming platform, but that's okay. You know, no platform is perfect, but for me and the way I see myself right now, maybe I'll change my mind. But right now I'm on Kick and YouTube. And I'm probably always gonna be on YouTube for sure, at least in some capacity. Because YouTube's the biggest platform and it's not even close. Like none of these other platforms. It's YouTube 100%. It's not even close. But I think Kick gets a lot of flack, some deserved, and some I think y'all need to relax a little bit. Kick has given a platform for people to freely express themselves, right? I think the reason why Kick is bottlenecked right now is because there's just so much shit you can do on Kick. Like you can do everything up to basically have a porn scene on Kick while you're live. I think that although I appreciate that, you know, they've created a platform where people feel like they can express themselves and creating themselves in a creative way, I think that they kind of let it go a little bit too far where all the weird shit's going on over here, right? There's not a lot enough moderation, even to where the point where the creators of Kick, the developers, they've been getting caught in scandals, you know, but that's okay. That's cool. That's fine, you know. But I'm not gonna put it all on the developers and you know the creators of Kick. I'm not gonna put it all on them. It's mostly the streamers who give Kick a bad rap. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, Kick streamers are doing weird things and trying to call it content. This IRL space is fine, like you know, shout out to them. But they're doing like this IRL where they're living their air quotes regular life and calling it content. First of all, like if you weren't doing all the wild shit that you were doing, would that be your regular life? I doubt it. Second, you could tell that some of these people are forcing themselves to do like these weird ass situations just to call it content. Like example, you have people who are getting kicked, like physically kicked by professional fighters and calling it content, and they're getting their legs like damaged, like they're gonna let a professional fighter punch them, kick them for content. Like you're physically getting hurt for content. It's not content. Like that's a little bit overboard. Or you know when people are walking up to people and like say, "Hey, I'll punch this dude for 100 subs," or like I'm real. I'll go press anybody or whatever. Like, bro, no, you're not, bro. You're just doing that shit for air quotes content. That's not content because you know who you're doing it to. You know, you know where to do what you're doing. You know where you can get away with it at, and that's okay. But please don't make the mistake that this IRL content is going to last and that's going to be the thing of the future. So it's not. It's not. And I think that excuse me, I think Kick needs to do a little bit more moderation on that. Like I know people do it on Twitch too, but I feel like on Kick it's a little more egregious. Like you got people like just doing like just whatever because Kick allows people to express themselves a little more freely over here, I guess. I don't know. But I would definitely say it's the streamers that are causing the problems. Like there's always streamers, and you have streamers that are getting caught in scandals left and right. You have people who are supposed to be brand faces for Kick and partners, and they're getting caught in scandals and scams and all those types of things. So like I think as a fellow Kick creator, we got to do better as a group. That's just the truth. We got to do fucking better. Like nobody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not handling it the right way it needs to be handled. And like again, like the people who are watching, like stop giving y'all time to these fucking weirdos, these bozos. But that's okay though, man. That's all right. Um, but like the reality is that Kick needs to give a reason for people to watch. Right now, Kick is mostly streamers. Um, Everybody's on here like, hey, like I had somebody just in my chat a few seconds ago. He said, "Yo, follow for follow." Like, damn, like you can't just follow because you support the content, because you fuck with the content. Like, just pull up and watch the content. Shoot the follow. Why do I have to follow you for like if I see your content and I like your content, then I'll follow you. If I don't, then I won't. It's just that simple. It's kind of just that simple. You know what I mean? Um that like and it's a lot of that going on Kick right now, which kind of poses a little bit of a problem. There's not enough people just organically watching all different types of content, and there's not really much of a reason for them to. Let's be honest, right? You have no Kick points. There's no like bits. There's no channel points. There's no incentive to watch a streamer on Kick other than the fact that you just want to watch him. So I do understand why people are leaving, right? Now, if you're grinding for something on Kick as far as like a streamer, um, like the incentive program, it's a W, but it's hard. It's really hard right now. Unless you got in at the beginning and you started to build that community at the beginning, it's really hard right now because um everybody who's on Kick right now, for the most part that I see, they're streaming. They're not just like, oh, let me go see who's on Kick today. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think that's something that needs to be done. As far as like that's something that the developers on Kick can do better. What the developers on Kick can 100% do better is that they have to take the time to invest resources, whatever you have to do to get whatever Kick 2.0 is, they have to get that going very, very soon. Otherwise, Kick is going to be in trouble. Um, Streamers need to find a way to connect with their community and to add people to the community more, and that's what'll get people to watch. That's what'll get people to stay on Kick. It's that's where you separate the goods from the greats. You know what I mean? Like, of course, Nick Merckx can come over here and he can get all his subs, and his community could take off and all that great shit. Like, that's awesome. That's phenomenal, right? But like somebody like me, how I separate myself from my other fellow streamers on Kick, with my bits. Like what do my bits look like? What does my bit tiers look like? What do my sub badges look like? Which of course, like you could do that. What is like, what does my following points like? What do I get to do with these following points? How can I add all these cool things so that people can come to the chat and want to stay? That's my 2 cents on that. What's good, Imperial? Hope you having a good day, my guy. Moving on to the next topic. Let's see. Let's delete this. You think you got COVID? Yeah, bro, you've been sick for a long time. You might need to get checked to make sure you got COVID. Make sure you don't have COVID. And if you do, um, I hope that you feeling better, and I hope that you get better for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Justin, my guy, what's good? 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 Let's get to the next topic, man. Let's get to the next topic. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. What y'all did, y'all caught me literally right when I finished the segment, but that's all good. Um, let's talk about Kanye. Kanye. Oh my God. Let me start by saying this. I love Kanye music, but sometimes the method, the genius kind of be getting in the way of what we need from him. Anyway, Kanye is into it with Kai Cenat right now because Kai did a live stream where he got some of the Yeezy gear and he started dancing in it and it was too big. It didn't fit. So he started dancing. He was being funny, doing the shit that Kai Cenat always does. Kanye gets mad, sees it, and was basically like, fuck you, Kai. You were paid to diss my shit. You a plant, blah, 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 blah. Here's my two, here is, that liquid courage hitting, what? Here is my take and my 2 cents on all of this. Kai, I don't think Kai did anything wrong. I think Kai does what he always does, and like like it's funny to some people, it's funny to not some people. Like Kanye, I'm sure he takes pride in his merch, his designs. He's built this brand from the ground up, pretty much. So I'm sure that he's very prideful about it. And if people are to make fun of it, he's gonna feel some type of way about it, right? I just like, which I understand, but like you sent the nigga clothes that are way too big. What else was he supposed to do? How can he properly show off the shit like and be like, yo, like look at this big ass balloon pants, like yo, get this merch, like shout out to Kanye. Like, no, he can't properly promote it. So what he did was he just took it and made something funny out of it like he does everything else. Um I think that also here's my other theory about this. I think that knowing the Kanye that we've seen, where he uses all promotion, Kanye uses a theme of all promotion is good promotion. If that is to be true, I think this is another way for Kanye to promote his clothes. I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye does have an album that just came out that was having all types of issues with like how it could be viewed and all that shit. So Kanye has an album that recently came out. He has clothes. He has all these things that are coming out. This might be all a part of that promotion to tap into another realm of people, you know, especially if Kanye was like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop a deluxe version of my album in a week, a month." There's gonna be people who gonna want to literally pull up just to be like, "Oh, well, what did Kanye say about Kai?" And views matter. Views get you paid. So that's I think that could be there could be some of that going on, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't know. I don't know. I do I think Kai's a plant? No, because I've watched Kai personally. Me personally, I've watched Kai Cenat kind of grow up and blow up into the streamer that he became to be. Do I think he's a plant? No. Do I think that his opinion holds a really high regard? Yes. So he has to be really careful about some of the things that he does or says because Although it might not seem like it's disrespectful to him, it could come off as disrespectful to other people. That's my 2 cents on that. Man, I want to talk about this topic, and maybe no. Let's get into it right now because it's gonna be short, it's gonna be sweet, and it's gonna be straight to the point. And it's about TikTok. It's about TikTok getting banned. Why is TikTok getting banned, or how did this come about? Right. So both, and I don't. I really truly don't want to get into politics at all. I'm not even a big politics guy, although I pay attention to it because it matters what happens, in laws and all that shit. Like those things impact our life, so I have to pay at least a little bit of attention. Here's why the TikTok getting banned thing doesn't make sense. TikTok? That's what y'all agreed on. TikTok. Republicans and Democrats have never been able to agree on anything in the history of life, but they both came together on TikTok. Something's not right about that. And that just doesn't make sense to me. I understand that TikTok is owned by a Chinese company. I understand that there's been issues with, data breaches, getting information, all this shit. But TikTok, not all the other things that we got going on, not the fact that, we have people starving, we have people hungry, we have inflation's higher than it's ever been, although they say we're supposed to be in a better place. And then we have debt sky high. I just literally looked it up. Like we're getting layoffs back to back and left and right after people are like, oh yeah, there's more jobs, blah blah blah. Like, and again, I'm not trying to get into politics, but like there's so many things going on right now, and things that literally can change and alter everything. Like, but TikTok is what y'all agree on. Like, no matter what you believe in, like y'all have to think for a second. Y'all agreed, oh, TikTok is the number one problem. We got to get that out the way. Is TikTok gonna get banned, in a week from now? Will TikTok not be downloadable on your phone? No, it takes about 5 to 6 months for them to do anything. Now, TikTok can still be around if TikTok is sold to an American company. That is the only way. If it is not, then TikTok will be bye bye as far as in the US. We won't be able to use it anymore. Somebody will probably come out with another platform, but it just won't be as good as fast as TikTok was. TikTok is like the shit. And I'm going to tell you why it's the shit. TikTok created a way for a lot of people to come together in 15 to 30 or less seconds. Business owners use TikTok to promote their brand, promote their product, especially like food. If you want a good way to promote food, TikTok. If you want a good way to promote hair, makeup, cosmetics, uh, beauty, all the way outside of like perfume, TikTok is the place to do it. Um, a bar, a club, a restaurant, a house, an apartment complex. TikTok is the way to do it. Or even if you want to promote, or if you want to expose something that's happening, TikTok is the way to get it out. TikTok's a great way because of the speed that you scroll through things and the hashtags and the trending and the way that the algorithm is set up. You could potentially blow up off of a TikTok and it can, funnel your career. Um, I know that there's people who literally make their living off of TikToks. Now they're getting paid by TikTok to promote their brand, promote other brands. They get sponsorships. All these things that go into play literally from TikTok. So I don't really understand why the agreement was, oh yeah, TikTok's the problem. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a common dude, common bro who just live everyday life, right? Speaking of life, life has been life for everybody right now. And it's for a lot of those things that, you know, we talked about in the last segment with TikTok. Um, TikTok is just not TikTok, my bad, y'all. Life has just been lifing, man. Like, you get money, you spend it, inflation is just high. Like I just, bro, like I feel like a month ago gas was like 2.79, and now it's a whole dollar more expensive, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but that shit's a big deal. Like I got a Costco around the corner where gas is supposed to be cheaper. That shit was 3.50, which to some places that's not high, but here that's high. And that kind of gives you the mindset about how expensive things are where people live. Life has just been life, and man, and it's hard. We all got to stay strong. And I just been picking up all these different types of side hustles, trying to make the YouTube pop, trying to make the Twitch pop, not Twitch, sorry, not the Kick pop, and all this, like, just been doing little things that I can to try to get, just to to make it shake and live life. And y'all got to keep staying strong, man. That's the only thing that I can say, is that we need to keep staying strong and stay positive, stay trendy, stay helpful, help each other out when we can, put people on the sauce. Like, if there's ways for all of us to get out and make money and do some of the things that we love to do and try to find fun to miss all this chaos, man. Like, put other people on, man. 2024 is like, it started out as a chaotic year, but at the same time, like, it's like the year of like things getting blah, 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 blah. This is the year of things getting exposed, but it's also the years of like man, it's just it's just a time, man. And we just all got to stay together. We got to stay grounded and just make sure that we just prepared for whatever's about to come next. Because that's the one thing I've noticed about 2024. There's always something about to come next. And just when you think there is nothing else, it can't get possibly worse, shit gets worse. It gets worse. Yeah, man. Those those are all the topics I got for episode 8. This was a W episode. No, oh wait. I do got one topic, and it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So y'all seen like the little short video of like LeBron? It was two white women. They were like all laid up on him, like key, and LeBron was like joking with him and shit. I thought it was funny because I personally thought it was funny because we first of all, we've never seen LeBron like even remotely close to another woman, and we've even seen videos of him running away from women who try to talk to him. So for him to even let two women, regardless of who they were, I think one of them was Jeannie Buss, if I'm not mistaken, but regardless of who they were, the fact that he let them get that close to him, right? So then if you look there, the day later there was another video came out where like Savannah like didn't want to be nowhere near him. Like they were together in public just because, but Brian is definitely in the doghouse. I know what that looked like. Brian, you in the doghouse, my guy. Go and buy. I don't know what you buy a woman that you giving everything to. I guess you just apologize, say it'll never happen again. Go do some freaky things to her. So I don't know. I don't know what you do, but yeah, man, make sure you get it right. Woo. That's it, man. That's what we got for the pod, man. That's episode 8 for y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you on YouTube. If you on Kick, appreciate y'all for pulling up. We'll pull it up. Um, Follow the channel as we on the road to affiliate there. We gonna keep going up. We gonna keep going up. But yeah, man, like I'll see y'all later. Bye.